Věra. I come from Budapest, which is a small town in the Czech Republic. I didn't know what I wanted to study. I had so many different interests, and I felt like choosing university in the Czech Republic meant committing to a profession at a time that I wasn't ready to commit to like a particular career path. So I wanted to study many things, and so I started looking into liberal arts, and I started looking at smaller liberal arts schools. So the reasons that I was looking at when I was picking schools, I think, were very broad and general, and a part of that was because I didn't know much about the US system. But Macalester specifically attracted me because it was in the city, because there was a large percentage of international students as well as domestic students of color, and I liked that it had an activist vibe. So my application process, I think, was quite different than what it is like for a lot of Czech students in general, because I had an IB diploma. I held a high school diploma from an English-speaking institution. For me personally, I think the biggest challenge was the essays. Write something that's truly yours, whether it's a passion you have, whether it's a question you keep pursuing, whether it's something that happened to you and nobody else, or something that happened to a lot of people but you see it in a specific way. I think oftentimes I tried too hard to write what I thought others wanted to hear, rather than to write something that truly represented like who I was as a student. The things I enjoyed the most about being a Macalester student were twofold. One was the approach to learning. I think the liberal arts offer you a lot of freedom to connect different topics, to pursue different themes, to I think get to know yourself in a whole new way as well, and build really strong relationships with professors, which is something I don't think the Czech system gives you much of space for. So one piece of advice I would give to anybody who's trying to apply to the US would be to try and find out as much about the school's identity. I think that's something, like, coming from a largely public university system, we don't realize that how much schools have very, very specific missions and very specific histories, and try to get to know how that particular school's history and mission and who's in charge of it and who funds it shapes the experience